the Paralympian and organizer. Chasing strangers, great. Okay, focus on her.
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming here. We know how much time we spent introducing everybody. We've lost more out there, who have actually said yes to us. The campaign today, this year, is get into the spirit of inclusion, get into the habit of inclusion. And I'm not going to list all the VIPs, all of you are VIPs, but I just really want to thank all the agencies from the government ministries, including ComSec, our schools, our SSA, social service agencies, our charities, our businesses, our corporate partners, and also many individual volunteers as well. And my colleagues from Parliament who said readily yes, when I asked them if they would come. So thank you for doing this. This is the, so can we give a round of applause again to everyone?
Oh!
The Global Parade started from scratch, and it can only go on for all these 12 years because of many supporters. When we closed the roads, we had no money. When we closed buses, we had no money for all that. So a lot of it is dependent on many of your favors and your hearts, your big hearts. Of course, this place at Suntec City, Arun and getting a lift here, we will never be able to afford it. So thank you, Suntec. Thank you very much. We also have the Temasek Foundation, and Rachel will talk a bit about that. We believe in us and help us to set up the vehicle TPPL, the Purple Parade Limited, so that there's life after this as well. And we'll go on as long as we need the Purple Parade. Okay, and so thank you very much. And really, we're celebrating the Purple Parade for how many years? Everybody say 12. 12 years, 12 times, okay? And this is really not easy. We'll talk about this a bit later. Maybe I'll get Pin Xiu to say a few words.
So nice to be back here. Feels like every year. And it's so nice to see the faces and new faces. So I think every year we're really reminded about why we are here at the Purple Parade. We want to support inclusion, celebrate abilities. We all come together in solidarity to do the same thing. But also, we want to continue building awareness because at the end of the day, we want to be reminded that disabilities are huge contributors to the society and we want to continue doing so. But in order to do that, we need people to also meet our needs, we need to be empathized with, and at the end of the day, I think raising awareness will help with that so that employers will remember, educators will remember, and policymakers will think about the community when making big decisions. So now I've shared the importance of the Purple Parade. Maybe Mia can continue sharing how we got here.
Whoa!
To go with contingent and to do your shopping. Please use your vouchers, please buy some more vouchers. The net proceeds will go to our eligible charities who have participated in the Purple Parade, okay? So the money will not be put to waste. The Purple Parade started 12 years ago with 3,000 people. 3,000 people at Hong Lin Park. It's a lot smaller than this, okay? But 3,000 at the time, and today, 12 years later, we have, with activation since August till now, about 33,000 to date. We expect 44,000. Minister will talk a little bit about that. We also expect that this year, from 3,000 will be, this year, about 15,000 will be on site. Okay, so that's the kind of growth. We do this not because it's fun to just have a contingent or a carnival. We do this because we believe in one purpose. We believe that everyone who has, regardless of abilities, regardless of wealth, regardless of education, everyone deserves a chance to have equal access. I'm not saying equal outcome, I'm saying equal access to opportunities in life, in education, in school, in work, in social participation, in mobility, in housing, in transport BNK is here, okay? In all of these things in life. So we believe in that. And that's why we want to do something like this. We learn from movements like the Yellow Ribbon, not like magic, but really we believe that everyone must hear and know about this community. So this is the purpose of the Purple Parade. And we look forward, and it's worth every effort, every sweat, everybody who joined us. Our organizing committee is about 40 people from about 10 other organizations, disability and otherwise, as to enable NCSS all there. Okay, so thank you so much.
co-laboring with us as we build a Purple Parade as a social asset in Singapore. And today, 12 October 2024, our Purple Parade sees to a few things, 210 partners from public, private and people organizations, 40 special needs organizations. Of the 15,000 that me and Denise shared earlier, 9,000 will represent over 130 contingents, which you will see in a while at 4 p.m. onwards. And we have a record of the March Past. And very exciting here is we have 40 concert items, performances from now till 7 p.m. today, inside in the Suntec Cinema as well as here. And of which we also have 45 carnival booths as you see over right there. So do your Christmas shopping here, eat as much as you want. We have the Tohua, what we call the Purple Tohua Chang. And I hope that you will really have a great time together with our people here.
This year, we have it's special because we did so well in sports. I think we hear in Parliament next week about our sports, our Team Singapore. But today we have representing our Paralympians beside our Yip Pin Xiu,
Whoa!
Phua,
Whoa!
and she's here with us today. Okay, Jana, you want to turn around the beautiful Jana?
Whoa!
I'm very proud of that. But the Purple Parade is not just a one-day event, and I would like Rachel to share a little bit more about a couple of important things that's happening this year.
This year we designed what we call the Purple Parade Leadership Program, and this is our first cohort where we have our friends from the different disabilities join us. And it is a one-year learning journey, and every one learner is matched with a mentor. And that has proven to be perfect as we learn together, as we upgrade together. The reason why we have the leadership program is so that we can go deep. And not just go wipe the 15,000, but go deep in building capacities, capabilities for our people with disabilities. And our hope is that our friends in the disabilities community will not only contribute in this sector, but they will go out to the global workforce to great things. And I want to introduce them to you now. We're so glad to have in our midst here almost all our participants from the first cohort. We have Wood Kane, the gentleman looking very, very smart and white. We have Joshua Koo, Joshua and Maximilian, our good friend, wonderful. Zara, thank you for being here. Sinwei, Shalom, I saw Shalom earlier. Hi Shalom. And Alistair Ong, Winston Ong. Yeah, Winston, we just got married 2 Saturdays ago. And Timothy Chan. Where's Timo? Hello. So we have both Joshua Singh and Amanda unable to join us. Josh is away, and Amanda gets married today as we speak. And so she decided we invited her. She said, oh, she has a wedding. What kind of excuse is that, right? But we'll forgive her, and we are so happy for Amanda. Amanda is visually impaired, but she leads a team in a public agency and thriving there. I want to see more of Amanda.
Wow.
And also we have Pin Xiu, who's part of our first cohort. And we're so glad to have Pin Xiu. Maybe you can share with us your experience of the program.
So I think that it is important for us to be able to speak up for the community. And it's not just only about talking about words, it's also about working with other people to advance causes in your own community. Because at the end of the day, if we don't help ourselves, who will? I mean, a lot of people here also help, but we have to help ourselves first. So I think it's a really, really wonderful opportunity that we have as that just last month, many thanks to Temasek Foundation, our friends who are here, Phua, Denise, they're all here today with us for your generous support. We piloted the concept of re-granting as a philanthropy strategy within the disability sector. So this generous grant of $4 million, this grant will focus on 3 things for our disabilities group. The first is independent living. The second is healthier living for our disabilities group. And the third is lifelong learning. So we will see to this and why this is important. And this is a 3-year program, and hopefully every year we will get from the public sector, private sector, to come and join us. People, companies that are predisposed also in disability work. Denise, would you like to share with us about the re-granting work?
Yes, I don't want to be in between you and your shopping and your contingent, but basically, many children with special needs or disabilities grow up to be adults with special needs as well. And the government has done a big job, thanks to also partnership with many of you, has done a good job in giving resources for folks with disabilities when they are young. But after they leave school, there's a lot to be done. From 90 to 85, they say we live to death. So together as a country, we want to make sure that we can seek enough project funds so that everyone, regardless of background, ability, wealth and health and whatever, can have a good life and have the life, the quality of life that I think all human beings deserve. Alright, so that's why these projects that Rachel mentioned are very important. They are targeted at the adults with disabilities. Thank you.
Okay, I think we are ready also to share, and before we proceed further, I just want to thank the Central CDC team. Your hard work, everything that we see there, they've prepared since last year. So it's been a 1 year full of planning, a lot of coordination to make today happen. We're so grateful to God for the weather. It's supposed to rain, it's supposed to be thunderstorm here, but we're so thankful as well. And with this, we will invite. Thank you, Minister. Thank you for working with us.
The final speech for today, don't worry.
Desmond Lee in attendance.
Parade organizers, how are you doing?
Good.
Are you ready to start the parade?
Yeah.
Are you ready to start the parade?
Yes.
This parade started in 2013. It's been 12 years, the whole zodiac cycle, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until in each and every one of our hearts, across the length and breadth of Singapore, we have in our hearts a sense of empathy and understanding and a willingness to make change for the better. Change to make our society a lot more inclusive, a lot more understanding, a lot more kind in everything we do and in everything we build. 2 years ago, you would remember that we launched Enabling Master Plan 2030. We put together a big set of plans from now to the end of the decade in order for us to have a comprehensive roadmap to ensure that in every part of our lives, from our estates, to our workplaces, to our homes, to our communities, to our daily lives, we plan for the hardware and the hardware of inclusiveness. So that whether we're typically enabled or we're differently able, we can live life to the fullest and pursue our fullest potential. There are 3 major pieces of work, friends, that we need to focus our hearts and minds on. The first is to ensure that all of us, regardless of our abilities, can achieve lifelong learning. For most of us, we know already it's a struggle. For those of us who are differently enabled, differently able, it is even harder. So we need to put our hearts and minds to ensure that all Singaporeans, everyone in Singapore has an opportunity at lifelong learning. The second is we want to pursue independent living. For those who are differently able and their caregivers, they've been telling us that they hope that in their old age they can ensure that their children who are differently able are able to live independently. Heartfelt requests by many parents and by many caregivers. And the third is to make our social and physical environment a lot more inclusive and a lot more caring. And I just want to say, friends, that we've made a lot of good progress thanks to all of you for putting your hearts and your minds at inclusiveness. One example is that earlier this year, our colleagues worked together with the Accessible City Network to do an audit of Robinson Road. Robinson Road is one of the oldest parts of the CBD. We take it for granted. We go to work, we come home. But for those who are differently able, sometimes just going to work and getting home can be a challenge. So don't talk about the whole island this time, area by area, district by district. And the Accessible City Network worked with students, worked with disability groups, worked with office building owners, worked with employers to identify practical gaps just along Robinson Road and its surroundings. And we have identified solutions that we have to implement over time and prioritize those that are most important to our friends who are differently able. So that's one example of how practically unique the plans of the Enabling Master Plan come to life. The second example is that earlier this year, my colleagues from MSF and HDB have worked together with our disability organizations, and we're going to start piloting the Enabled Living Program. And that's what I just spoke about earlier. Many caregivers say, I hope that there is a housing solution for my child when I'm no longer around. And so let's sail forward, let's push the Enabled Living Program forward, let's give it our best shot, and if it works out, let's work to scale it across the island so that we can achieve the aspiration of independent living for all fellow men and women who are differently able. We've made good progress, we have a lot more work to do. Let's bring our hearts and our spirits together, let's work together and achieve all that we set out to achieve in each and every one of our enabling master plans. An exciting journey ahead of us. I'd like to thank our very hard-working organizers of the Purple Parade. Let's grow from strength to strength. Every one of us has a part to play. Let's work together and make this parade a wonderful success. Thank you very much.
Whoa!